Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on Peter here, Peter Parker. Basically, it's this with Black Knight off season yet again. So common, but finally we have an answer to something like this, which is what I'm going to be using today. Baldr here. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be seeing her all over your defenses from now on. She is just going to be everywhere. She is, again, very good. And yeah, we're going to use her to clear this map. Even though Black Knight has the Erica Ring equipped, BK won't get a special off, not with this team support. So we're going to go up there, smack him, and then get out. And then figure out the turn 2. We should be able to clear everything by then. Yeah, that's essentially the plan. Loki's positioning is problematic, but with the structures and everything that's here, I think, you know, the fact that Baldr is a flyer is actually fantastic because we don't really have to worry about any of these blockages that are in our way too much. Just find our way up there and take out the opponent. So that's pretty much going to be the play. Should be pretty straightforward unless we get caught somehow. There's no counter control here. A lot of off-season mythics. Well, at least the one off-season unit. So he's taking a big gamble here to try to win. But I mean, I doubt he would have known that, you know, Baldr was going to be as good as she is. I didn't even know myself. So, you know, the gamble was worth it until Baldr arrived, and now it's not really worth it in my opinion. So yeah, we're going to go up there, take out the Baldr, and then get out. Looking at the rest of the CYL batch, let's look at Byleth to be more specific. I think he is a little bit lackluster. He's just another god sword. And yeah, speed creep will definitely catch up to him.
Maybe this way.
Crazy thing to say though, given that his build and everything about him is so unique, even the ability to attack from 3 spaces, I don't think anyone else will have that. Well, I mean, Summer Celica, but I mean, as a melee unit, I don't think anyone else will have that anytime soon. But again, as a frontline unit, Omni Tank, he is speed creep is in such a terrible space right now because of Camilla. It's very hard to outspeed her. I really don't know what they were thinking with this Camilla, man. My God, I got the new Baldr, and then I was like, first thought was like, yeah, let's go play some summoner duels, and then I remembered, oh right, Camilla is still a thing, which is the reason that I kind of stopped playing summoner duels to begin with, because there's just no way to really. It's the range. She covers just so much range that it's so hard to get going, to set up a play, to build from the back, and it's really annoying. I don't know when they plan to introduce some type of counter to her, because Ather isn't really it. But yeah, she's still very much unstoppable. It does appear, though, that something is on the horizon, because that happens whenever they put such a powerful unit on such a high rate banner or high probability banner. And it is about time for her to be power crept or nerfed, if you think about it in terms of just longevity, in terms of when she was released and where we are now. A lot of time has passed, so yeah, I can definitely see her falling off by, let's say, September. Yeah, let's see what happens with that. But I mean, so far so good. We're doing pretty well here with getting in and out from this particular map here. My only concern right now is that my dancers are a little bit far away, so gonna take some thought here in terms of how to move around and get them closer, but we can get it through. Shez here, the mobility that he may not be the best combat unit, but his mobility is actually better than Yuri's, legendary Yuri's, which is interesting. It's the pass, the fact that he can just warp wherever, but then Yuri has the thing is, I guess what they'll probably put on Yuri's Refine is the ability to pass or walk across impassable terrain, so that he's not hindered by, like, you know, tree tiles and stuff. That would be the most helpful thing for him. as well as additional damage, of course. But you know, just like thinking about how to improve Legendary Yuri or to make him someone that is in league with the Shez, he has to be more mobile. I think Legendary Yuri's thing is all about mobility, not just Legendary, just Yuri in general. His thing is all about mobility, and Shez is kind of stealing his shine here. But yeah, Byleth, I think, like, you know, his ability, well, he dies to Celica, to Camilla, first of all. So, you know, don't go try to tank him. Well, I mean, with support, I'm sure anything is possible with support. But currently, he dies to Camilla. So yeah, you probably don't want to do that. And then everything else is just a speed check. And most Omni tanks, unless they're heavily invested, are very easy to outspeed. So you're probably not going to want to frontline with him. He'll run into the same problem that Marth has, where Marth just dies sometimes, and it's so hard to explain. I think Alir, Fallen Alir, Male Alir is really the best, or one of the best Omni tanks as a speedy God Sword that we have in the game currently. Right up there with Sita, Tamara. I can't really think about who else fits into that mold, but yeah, definitely among the best that we have currently. And I don't see Byleth surpassing him. Maybe if invested enough, I guess you can make him fast enough, especially since it's BSD bump, so that should definitely be something there speed-wise, but I don't think he's gonna last. But I guess there's other ways to use him. He is an interesting melee option with the 3 space attack, so that is interesting, especially as a frontliner. I could see something coming out of that, but I don't know. It's probably also difficult to build around him just because of the amount of range that he covers, but I think overall, good units. Byleth. I don't see any flaws in his design aside from the fact that he will get outsped eventually. Probably is going to be the first to fall off. Maybe Ekthonir, since he's a save, might be the first, but I think Byleth might fall off first since he's so speed dependent. And then the one that will last the longest, I think it's definitely going to be Shurina. Baldr will last as long as you can do damage, but Shurina has Gale Force just will never fall off. The problem is I don't think she's going to be very good as a primary or secondary initiator even. She's really a follow-up unit, Shurina, but when she follows up, she will activate everyone else, and I think that's a positive. So I can see her lasting very well, very long. Definitely someone that, you know, when I do go summon, I'm probably going to try to spark her if I don't get her before the spark. I haven't summoned yet. I was like literally staring at the packs, and I'm like, I just can't spend money on this game anymore. I don't think I can, because the packs were there, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger, and it's really because I'm playing another game and I'm spending money over there. So it's hard for me to do both. But yeah, when I gather enough orbs, I'm probably going to spark for Shurina if I don't get her before, because I think she's going to have the most longevity out of all of the units there. And then also Jimbro, whenever he gets his refined, he'll be very much meta. But right now, I don't think his thing is a little bit difficult to team build around. You got to think about it very, very like thoroughly. It's one of the reasons that I didn't really use Soren very much when he came out, because it can mess up. Like if Soren died, it's done. You no longer have saves, and it's kind of the same with him. If he dies, then you no longer have your save. So it's kind of difficult to build around him. But I think he's okay. Maybe he'll last 2 weeks until everyone figures him out. But yeah, Shurina will definitely last the longest. Biggest problem with Shurina is damage output. She just doesn't do enough. But I'm pretty sure there's ways to rectify that with support. I feel a lot of these units from the CYL banner are support dependent. Probably Baldr less so, but the rest of them, Jimbro, Byleth and Trainer are very much support dependent, and I love the fact that they all have a support aspect built into them. They're not just like monster nukes, which was one of the flaws with Golveg's CYL version. They were just one thing. Golveg, Brave Corrin, Brave Soren was on that banner as well. I can't remember, but yeah, Corrin, I think I said that already. Yeah, they were all just built to offer one thing. Well, Corrin had the stone terrain, so I guess she probably had some amount of support. And she's going to get her refine this year. It's going to be really interesting to see what Brave Corrin's refine will be. Definitely something that would help her out speed-wise, I think. She's going to need that, but I don't know how far they can really go into that. Probably going to get some type of scowl effect and more reflective. I think she's going to get reflective damage, Corrin at the very least. We're pretty much done here. There's Erica. You know, I think what they should have done at the very least, was instead of allowing both of these units to spawn at the same time, the surprise mechanic units, the one for defense should spawn only on the defensive phase. I think that would at least prevent them from being sniped at the very least. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna snipe Erica and finish the match. I would have won either way, but at least, you know, the unit would have been able to survive to offer something to the enemy team. But yeah, just not the best execution of an idea that they had. I feel like maybe they'll adjust it in the future. I really hope that they do, but this could have been done way better. This 8th slot mechanic. Rune will take us out because really he doesn't do anything much. He's just sitting there in the back. GG's. See you the next one.